it would have been a
shorter than
normal
that.
countdown, but yeah.
All right, we are live. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. I know we're a little early, but whatever. This show is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us during a time of political overabundance and divisiveness. We present you with more unifying topics to discuss for the most part. For links to the articles and anything else potentially interesting, please check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander, and today I'm joined by...
Creek Alley.
Hell yeah! Today is, of course, Phrase Day, aka Friday, December 8th, 2023. So let's jump into the news today, shall we? Starting us off from Audio Central, China builds deepest underground laboratory to study dark matter. That sounds kind of dangerous here. So it says, located 2,400 meters under the Earth's surface, the deep underground and ultra-low radiation background facility for frontier physics experiments, Jesus, what a name, or DERF.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's the world's deepest underground laboratory. In December of 2020...
Laboratory,
whatever.
You're not Dexter over. Didi,
get out of my laboratory!
Yeah,
what does this button do?
Love it.
Anyway,
yeah.
Tashinga University and Yalang River Hydropower Development Company Limited began work on a daring project under Jinping Mountain in Sichuan's Langxin Yi Autonomous Prefecture, designed to facilitate China's research in relevant frontier fields such as particle physics, nuclear astrophysics, and life sciences. The DERF reportedly provides the cleanest space on Earth to study the invisible substance known as dark matter, as the extreme depth it is located at 2,400 meters underground helps block most of the cosmic rays that usually interfere with observation of said dark matter. So,
I'm gonna sound stupid for this one, but if it's invisible, why do we call it dark?
Well, I don't know, because in the darkness one can only see light. I don't know. Like,
maybe.
Why do we call dark magic dark magic? You know, why is everything evil dark? You know, Darth Vader,
Well, I figured it
the
was
dark side.
voodoo.
You know?
No, it's not Dark Vader. That's not.
I said Darth Vader.
Oh, Darth. I thought you said Dark Vader.
No, that's Dark Helmet Man from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
So.
But dark matter and particle physics, is that related to when they found the God particle not too long ago? Which I don't want to go into conspiracies, but Mandela effect, however you want to pronounce it, started happening after they started colliding particles.
Well, speaking of pronouncing things wrong, I've never heard it said mandala. So.
I don't know.
But anyway,
I like his paintings.
Yeah, but this is interesting. China, you know, for it being a country that's falling apart at the seams, like they're still studying astrophysics and whatnot. Like, how the hell, you know, can you be a third world country and be participating in first world sciences at the same time? Like, then again,
the U.S. government help.
So, but yeah. Anyway, for further reading on this, please, you know, click the link in the underbar. You know, it's already down there, and. You know, as usual, anything collected throughout the show will be posted there after the live stream, of course. But let's move on up here. More from Audio Central. McDonald's restaurant in the middle of nowhere sparks conspiracy theories. A McDonald's restaurant that only opened a week ago has already gone viral on social media because of the unusual location in rural Quebec, Canada, surrounded by farmland. Well, at least, you know, farm to table, you know, literally right there. So,
probably not from McDonald's, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, not McDonald's.
Probably still from plant to plate.
Yeah. But McDonald's is one of the world's most recognizable brands, and one of the ways it built its reputation was by opening restaurants in busy areas that all but guaranteed a certain number of potential customers. However, a newly opened location has been drawing attention for flipping that recipe on its head. The new McDonald's restaurant, located at 8075 Avenue Marcel Villeneuve in Saint Francois, is surrounded by farmland, is apparently not even connected to the power grid, instead functioning on the generator. What the hell?
Yikes, that seems terribly cost efficient.
This seems like I can see where the conspiracies are coming from. Is this a front? You know?
Yeah, they got aliens underneath that fucking building. For sure. There's so much going on underneath that building. It's like, yeah, we're running the McDonald's on a generator. Don't question it.
Well, let's see here. The TikToker's short clip showcasing the bizarrely isolated McDonald's has been viewed tens of thousands of times and sparked several conspiracy theories and rumors online. Some believe that McDonald's agreed to sell its franchise there because it knows something everybody else doesn't. The surrounding land is about to be sold to developers, and the whole area is about to be full of new houses. Basically, McDonald's got in early before the price of land blew up. Oh, okay. Okay, so it has nothing to do with aliens or this being Area 54 or something. Like, they're just getting ahead of the times. So
exactly what they want you to think.
Yeah. There's a generator right there. You see it's in the parking spot. So that's pretty funny. Wow. Huh. What else do we got here?
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
Unusual number of bald, beardless men going into barbershop leads to drug bust. Okay.
God damn it. Me and my widow's peak at 26. Of course, something has to come up about bald men.
Hey, you know, like
any of my bald brothers listening, we shall grow again. You know.
I hope. You gotta get those gains, those row gains. You know.
Hey, I can grow facial hair like a madman. My beard comes back within a week. However, my hair hasn't come back in years. It's odd.
Well, I gotta say, when I first saw this article, the first thing I thought of is, hey, King's Refuge will get a kick out of this.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say me. I was about to be super offended. I was gonna be like, am I that bald?
No. KR, he's legit fully bald. Yeah. Like, so.
No,
Yeah. Anyway, it says here, Italian police recently arrested a Genoa barber for drug dealing after noticing that many of the clients going into his shop were bald and beardless. The Carabinieri Italian police had received reports of drug dealing activity in Genoa's Foci area, but they didn't really have any strong leads. An investigative unit was charged with gathering more information and with collaboration of the Fort San Giulio station, setting up surveillance teams to spot any unusual activity. It was one of these teams that reported an unusually high number of bald, beardless men going into a small barber shop operated by a 55-year-old man. The individuals were different ages and appeared to be from varied walks of life, but they had one thing in common. They didn't appear to need a haircut or a shave, but they had the two bits. So, yeah, that's
wallop.
That's really stupid, though. Like, if enough of your clientele is bald and beardless, why are you selling outside of a haircutting station? Like, that is.
Well, also that, but like, you going in for a pube trim or with that? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, I can see where they would think something's fishy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe because they were bald, the sun was baking their brains and they weren't thinking clearly. They're also on drugs. You know, they're going in for drugs. Well,
I mean, I'm pretty sure the drugs had more to do with it than the bald heads, but that might just be me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what else do we got here? Months of punctured tire incidents revealed to be work of dogs suffering from gingivitis. What?
Gingivitis.
Yes, not to be confused with gingivitis, the disease that turns you into a soulless red-haired heathen.
Oh, I thought you meant like one of them sticks of ginger you get at the grocery store.
Oh.
I'd hate to be one of those. They're all wilted and yucky.
Yeah. Anyway, the people of Vasto Gariadi, a town of 600 souls in the south of Italy, that's an interesting way to say it, have finally solved the mystery of a series of flat tires over the last few months. A local dog with a bad case of gingivitis. What, was his breath so bad it was melting the plastic? Good lord.
How much shit going on in Italy right now? I'd hate to live there.
Dude, did you know, like, okay, we all know that Benito Mussolini is the inventor of fascism, you know, the Italian dictator. Who was
like bald men and dogs running around biting things.
Yeah, speaking of bald people with dogs, yeah.
Haircuts.
But no, his granddaughter is right now, as we speak, is in the Italian politics, and she still has the last name Mussolini. So that right now we are living in a time where the Beatles released an album. There's a Mussolini Italian politics. What the hell is happening in today's world? Anyway, it all started in July of this year when the quiet town of Vasto Gariadi was faced with its first...
Quiet town of Vaseline.
I don't know how to pronounce these names, so... with its first intentional tire puncture case in many years, the owner of a car left parked in Piazza Gristi Gariadi found it with a punctured tire and called the Carabinieri, but after an inspection... It sounds like I'm saying carbonara. After an inspection of the surrounding area and a brief investigation, no suspects were identified. By the end of October, a handful of similar tire puncture complaints had been registered, all of which occurred in the town square. Rumors of rows between neighbors and even intimidation attempts by the mafia started going around, but in the end, the true causes of the punctures proved even more surprising. The mystery of the punctured tires became such a big deal in that city's name that the command of the Carbonara Company of Agnon started organizing surveillance services. Okay, yada yada yada. It was a dog, and wow, look at that! It's chomping that fender around. Jesus. The dog was caught on camera gnawing on the car's tire and front bumper, and its owner admitted that he had been suffering from gingivitis for some time, adding that she did not know about this nocturnal adventures. But be it as it may, the woman will now have to compensate the other motorists for the damage caused by Billy. Good. Yeah, no, like, keep your dog, in your property, letting it roam around. Look at all the damage. What an absolutely evil freaking animal. So...
disgusting mud.
Yeah. Anyway, what else do we got here?
It looks sweet. It's probably just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once hailed as China's youngest university student, Prodigy now content with sitting around. Oh, what a surprise.
Me too.
Lazy-ass millennials.
Oh, I graduated the top of my class at Berklee College of Music, and lo and behold, one of my favorite things to do is roast a bowl and sit in a fucking chair. So, surprise!
Yeah.
But I can get where he's coming from, but now I'm finally saying, hey, get off your ass, make some music, do the thing you went to school for and your parents paid for.
I know, right? A former Chinese whiz kid who entered university at the age of 10 and was already a PhD candidate in applied mathematics at the age of 16. Holy shit. Spends his days doing nothing and relies on his parents for money. Wow, what a loser. Seriously.
Yikes, yeah.
Wow.
Fucking banana head.
Watch your language, please. Zhang Xinyang had always been destined for greatness. At just 2.5 years old, he learned over 1,000 Chinese characters within 3 months. At 2.5 years, wow,
a lot of characters.
Yeah, by the age of 4, he was already in primary school. Born into a modest family, Zhang benefited from his father's tutelage and managed to skip several grades. At age 6, he was already in 5th grade. Wow, his grades are less than his age. Good lord. And by 9, he was enrolled in the 3rd grade of high school. Holy crap. When he was 10 years old, Zhang Jianyang became China's youngest university student, getting accepted at the Tianjin University of Technology and Education. His genius surprised everyone, but as he grew, his attitude started to change. 13, he began a master's program in Beijing, and while most other 16-year-olds were pondering what university to apply to, Zhang Xinjing was already pursuing a PhD. So yeah, there's a laundry list of all these
now he's just content with just sitting around doing nothing.
Well, I mean, like, some would consider I'm doing nothing, but I'm doing what I can with what I got, but he's straight up just being a lazy sack of crap. So,
especially after having that much talent.
I know, it's a waste.
Well, I'm sure people in my college are looking at me going, "Oh, look at all that talent! Could have been the next Paul McCartney." He's sitting around doing nothing.
Well, you still have a lot of time ahead of you, bro. So you could still be the next Paul McCartney. You just got to put the work in. As Kevin Hart says, everybody wants to be famous. Nobody wants to do the work.
Creek_Alley, if anybody's listening, I have a YouTube channel with 1 song cover up at the moment. If anybody would like to hear more, I'd love to add more music.
Which reminds me, actually send it to me now, your YouTube link, so I can add that into our affiliates.
Sure, I'd love that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I want you to get exposure. That's what this whole coalition is about. Working together, gaining exposure, beating the algorithm by being a platform within platforms. They can't silence, individual shows that we do. Within ourselves.
Badass group of friends, listeners, and patrons.
Yeah.
Patrons? That's not a word.
Patrons, you mean.
There you go.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
All right.
What else do we got here? Japanese bar offers controversial face-slapping service. Well, I know where you're going on your next trip.
Yeah. I was just making the joke. I'm into it. Yeah. I was slapped once by a good friend of mine. And instead of getting mad and starting anything, I just looked at them and I said, "Joke's on you." I'm into that. And it totally dissolved the situation. So for anybody in a drunken situation where somebody hits you, just make a joke and everything's fine.
Kind of like that one meme where Vader is force choking a guy and he gets a little TP.
I've never seen that, but...
Anyway, it says here, a Japanese izakaya bar has come under fire for offering patrons the rather controversial service of being slapped in their faces before having their meals served. Okay. The Sashiyoko ya Izakaya in Nagoya, if you can pronounce these better, you're welcome to, served its snacks with a hearty side of slaps delivered by its female staff. The bizarre service is said to have revitalized the establishment's business, attracting an increasing number of patrons willing to try the painful experience. In the beginning, the face slapping was done by just one member of the staff upon request, but as demand grew, management hired several girls willing to dish out some slaps and even started charging a fee of 100 yen or 90 cents per slap. Wow, almost $1 to get slapped. Like, leave it to Japan to bring in frickin' fetishes to their eating establishments.
For that.
Oh, Japan.
I mean, if they're gonna bring in fetish restaurants, is there not a feet restaurant that anybody can go to? No. Quentin Tarantino and I gotta wait outside while people get slapped.
Well, you, Quentin Tarantino, and what was that Disney guy? Not Disney guy. Nickelodeon guy.
Dan Schneider.
Yeah, that guy.
We gotta wait outside while people get slapped.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not even going to divulge the information I was about to, but yeah, this is wild.
That is nuts. I feel like it's stupid, and every other kind of fetish too. It seems kind of stupid to pay money for anything, really.
I know. Why would you subscribe to OnlyFans? There's like literally billions of porn images for free online. Like, what are you doing?
Literally, again, it's all free. And
I know.
Like, it just seems goofy. And just look up face slapping videos if that's what you're into. I'm not judging anybody by any means.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Like, next time you're in Japan, you're totally going here, aren't you?
I'm not going there at all. Listen, I already have a hard enough time eating my food without being judged. I don't need a cute, dainty Japanese woman slap me in the face while I eat. Because then I'd just be like, I'll take a salad.
All right, let's move on up here. The Forklift Driving World Championship is a surprisingly exciting event. Well, I would expect so. You're driving a fork around. Somebody can get skewered,
That's better than driving a spoon.
Yeah, but not as good as driving a knife. Well, actually, that can be a risky situation right there. Every year, Germany hosts the Stapler Cup, a competitive event that sends sees hundreds of forklifts from around the world going head-to-head in a series of difficult challenges for the title of World's Best Forklift Operator. Competitive forklift driving probably doesn't sound like the most exciting competitive event in the world, but that's probably because you've never heard of the Stapler Cup. This yearly event, organized by Linde Materials and Handling, Linde MH, is not only regarded as the ultimate test for certified forklift operators, but also an entertaining event that draws tens of thousands of speculators. Thousands of forklift drivers attempt to qualify for the Stapler Cup in national events, so only the very best get to showcase their skills on the big stage in a series of tests aimed at pursuing their talent, coordination, and reflexes to the limit. So we have like a blue-collar Olympics, essentially. Like, this is awesome.
I've only been on a forklift a handful of times, though as far as work, my dad does not trust me to lift 10 kilograms or whatever that ball is they're holding there of steel.
Dude, this just reminds me of like weightlifting competitors when they're moving like the medicine balls and shit. Like, but it's with a forklift.
Well, I mean, shit. Like my dad, he's never ever been fucking forklift certified. But I mean, he's also been driving a forklift and moving steel for about 40 years now. So if I'm gonna trust anybody with not hitting me in the head with a piece of steel, it's gonna be that fella. I usually just eat lunch on the forklift. It's a comfy seat.
That is pretty interesting.
Ooh, look at him go.
But he's not centered.
Oh, yeah, a little off kilter there, but the weight still holds up. He's going to try and move the bottom. He's going to die. I can see how this would be interesting.
Yeah.
This is good shit.
Dude.
I'm into this.
I am too.
keeping its forks low.
Yeah.
Weird maneuver. Never seen that.
Oh, no, I know what they're going to do. He's going to put that on that one, and then put it on the other one, and put it on the square table in the middle. Okay. And there's another guy in the back.
I would have kept things level.
There's another guy behind him over here. He's a little behind.
Yeah, that's that like gym floor and middle school divider, so you don't see the women's team.
This is interesting.
One of those things.
So let me fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, I actually really.
Oh my god!
Kind of want to watch more of the World Cup.
Dude, I actually want to go to this and like witness it like in person. This is awesome. Dude, I thought chess boxing was interesting. I thought what was the name of that other sport, like cock choi or something?
What is? No, not cock choi. That doesn't make any sense.
There's some no. Hold on a second. Like sports.
Cock choi?
No, sports with goat's carcass.
What?
Yeah. It's not Bujikashi. It was something else. Buzzkashi.
Well, either way, I would love to see the forklift tournament.
Yeah, I would too.
Looked incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to get some of the fellas together, drink some beers, and fucking watch this. This is way more exciting than regular sports. Look at this! He put cones! There's like a weird section of it where there's just cones in the middle. Yeah.
Dude, it's like some kind of like Jenga.
But look at the guy in the background. Even with the cones, he's moving the whole thing.
Yeah, no, like.
So it's still balancing. That's incredible.
So he won. Yeah. This guy in the foreground here.
I'm hoping so, because this guy ain't moving.
Oh, whoa, that's what. Whoa!
Oh, nope, he lost.
Oh, heartbreak.
Damn, this is such an interesting sport now,
dude. I gotta inform Winning Reality and all the other people about this. Like, I just literally like the other day I informed them about chess boxing, and then now I just found an even better sport.
You know, I'm telling you, Xander, when you come over for my bachelor party before I get married, I will admit there is going to be some forklift tournaments we're going to watch.
I gotta learn how to operate a forklift. Like,
oh yeah,
dude,
we're gonna crush some beers and watch the forklift.
Dude, you want to know what's pissing me off about what pisses me off about California? Like, because I love to operate a forklift. I for years was trying to get forklift certified, and the only way in the state of California to get forklift certified is if you're already in a company pre-existing for like however long, 3 years. The only way to get certified in California as a forklift driver is to go through a company that you're already working for. Then how the hell can you hire forklift drivers if they have no way to certify without a previous
that's much like that's much like when I tried to stop working with my father for a while because I didn't want to be that kid who I got into a family business and
I never wanted to work for daddy either. So, I hated that.
Exactly. Yeah. So I went for a regular job and I said fuck this. And but then it was like anytime I was encountered with it was like you need 5 years of experience. And it's like, in retail? Okay, well, this is my first job in retail. How do I get 5 years? And they're like, I don't know, figure it out. And I'm like, no.
Dude, that reminds me.
You have to start somewhere.
That reminds me, like, you know, some of these, like, like the now hiring requires X amount of experience things.
Yeah.
I've actually seen one where it's like, requires, like, 3 years of experience with, like, whatever the name of the program was. And the program was literally, like, not even a year old by that time. It's like, you're literally asking for the impossible.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell can you expect
that's just
more experience on a program that hasn't been out for that long? Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, I can understand where some people can't get a job. I know that. I know it's hard, too.
Oh, yeah. Don't even get me started.
I even went out and tried to find a job. It's hard as shit. But at the same time, it's not entirely their fault. Because there are companies like that. To disclose, I will say, it was a grocery store. I won't say the name of it, but it was a grocery store that I tried to apply to. I mean, like, seriously, how are you supposed to even remotely get a job? And it's a grocery, too. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. But before we start going off on a tangent here, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we got to continue on with this show.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
More from Audio Central. Dental clinic cleaner poses as dentist, unnecessarily extracts man's front teeth. As if there's already not enough reasons to not want to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Like,
nope. just added on to it.
Oh man, I have a full cleaning appointment. They're gonna have to give me gas and all that stuff because like I have a very hypersensitive mouth. So
it's gonna be a random like construction worker giving it to you.
Oh jeez,
they're gonna take it. They're gonna take a hit off of it before they give it to you.
Anyway. It says here a Turkish man had to endure over a month of excruciating pain after he had 4 of his front teeth extracted by a cleaner posing as a dentist at a clinic in Istanbul. Oh, wow. So they were employed there, but they posed as a dentist. According to documents relating to a recently resolved case filed with the Istanbul Civil Court, 42-year-old, what's his name, Hakan Yildirim, an Istanbul man suffering from a severe toothache, called the dental clinic in the Kagathane district to make an emergency appointment. His call was answered by Kemal Senasalan, who introduced himself as a dentist and told Hakan to come by the clinic in the evening to have his dental problem examined and hopefully resolved. When the patient turned up at the clinic later that day, he was greeted by Senasalan, who bragged about being a lecturer at a dentistry university to make Yildirim feel more comfortable. Little did the poor man know he would soon endure the most painful experience of his life. After briefly examining the patient's teeth, Kemal Senasalan told him that 4 of his front teeth had to be extracted. Shocked, Yildirim said that, to his knowledge, abscessed teeth should not be taken out. To which the visibly irate...
I'm getting a phone call. I will have to leave for a moment.
All right, have fun. To which the visibly irritated dentist replied, "Are you teaching me my job?" Having just heard the man brag about being a lecturer at a dentistry university, Hakan Yemen did not say anything else. Wow, this is just a really sad situation. So not only was he completely wrong, but he's just like, he's pulling the, oh, I know more than you hook without even really knowing more than him, to be honest. Or maybe you just wanted to just take the guy's teeth out for whatever reason. This is just awful. This poor man. Like, absolutely awful. What else do we got here? Android waitress in Chinese restaurant went viral, is more lifelike than meets the eye. And I saw a video of this and I actually thought that was a human just pretending to be a robot. That's kind of crazy. An android waitress working at a restaurant in Chongqing, China, went viral last month, mesmerizing viewers with its precise robotic movements, but she turned out to be nothing more than a choreographed illusion. Oh, so she's not real. Is she real? I don't know. With the threat of AI-powered robots stealing humans' jobs looming over the world these days, the sight of a humanoid robot seemingly working as a waitress at a restaurant in China scandalized a lot of people when videos of it started circulating on Douyin, China's version of TikTok. Some viewers were in awe of the android's human-like appearance and its ability to interact with real people, greeting them as they entered the Shangyong restaurant, taking their orders and bringing them to their tables. But others declared themselves a little creeped out by it, a relatively common reaction to the Uncanny Valley effect. But it turned out that the android waitress was more lifelike than people thought. I thought so. So that's not a real human. But not a real robot, that's actually a human. Okay. So is she a robot? No. Oh. Robot dancing waitress. So it's a real person. Okay. Oh yeah, but for her android routine as well. Okay. So yeah, it was a real person. All right. That was getting a little too spooky. What else do we have here? 17-year-old law clerk became the youngest to pass California's bar exam. Well, I mean, when the bar is on the ground, it's not that hard to go over it. California's county district attorney announced a 17-year-old law clerk has become the youngest person to pass the state's bar exam. The Tulare County District Attorney said in a news release that Peter Park, oh my god, was 17 years old when he sat for the exam in July, and he learned last month that he had passed. Probably used ChatGPT or some form of AI. The now 18-year-old who became a law clerk for the district attorney's office in August was sworn in this week as California's youngest practicing attorney. Man, absolutely dreadful. Park stated that Park started high school at the age of 13 and graduated from law school earlier this year. But it is California, so we probably just swept by it. Actually,
in the South Valley.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Let's move on up. Yeah, California, and and all that other reasons. Moving on up to UPI, aka UPI, 220-ton Nova Scotia building moved using 700 bars of soap. Okay. Halifax's Elmwood building, which was built as a home in 1826 and converted into the Victorian Elmwood Hotel in 1896, was slated for demolition back in 2018, but it was saved by a sale to Galaxy Properties, which announced plans to move the structure closer to the street and put it on a new foundation so it could connect to a planned apartment building. The 220-ton building was successfully moved by a crew from S. Russian Construction, which shared a time-lapse video of the move to Facebook. Company owner Sheldon Russian said the Elmwood was pulled 30 feet across a steel frame by 2 excavators and a tow truck. Russian said instead of using rollers, his team decided to use 700 bars of ivory soap to make the building glide across the frame. He said ivory soap is particularly soft, making for a smooth move. X-Lax. Rushton said the Elmwood will be moved again in the near future once its new foundation is completed. So let's take a look at this time lapse here. So yeah, I see the soap residues. They just put the bars of soap underneath it and all that stuff. When are we going to actually see it being moved? Okay, here we go. So he's actually putting the soap underneath. And yeah, please. Oh, hold on a second. Here we go. Here's a time lapse. Oh wait, that's not a time lapse. It's just a zooming over. So they're moving at 30 feet. That's a big building. Just using soap. But there is no time lapse. So, alright. And that's used soap, looks like. Where's the time lapse though? On Facebook. Okay. Oh, here we go. Is this the time lapse? Okay, well, it's not loading. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, go away. Cool. Oh, that's cool. What else do we got here? More from Oopie. Beyond rare white alligator born at Florida Park. Gatorland, Ontario announced in a Facebook post that the hatchling is the first solid white alligator to be documented since a nest of leucistic gators were discovered in Louisiana about 36 years ago. Park officials said only 7 leucistic alligators are known to still survive in the world, and 3 are housed at Gatorland. Leucism is a rare genetic condition in alligators. The condition causes white coloration, but they often have patches or splotches of normal coloration on their skin. Without the darker skin pigmentation, they can't have direct sunlight for long periods of time because they sunburn easily. Of course, you know, like albinos, you know, or incredibly white people like myself, or gingers, you know, like my mom was half ginger, and she literally got a sunburn in the fog when they went out and visited the UK. The female baby and her normal colored brother will go on display early next year, the park said. Okay, well, cool. That's pretty neat. What else do we got? Canadian cyclist rides nearly 81 miles hands-free. That is some pretty incredible talent right there. An Alberta cyclist took a nearly 81-mile ride on his bike without using his hands to break a Guinness World Record. They announced Robert Murray earned the title for greatest distance cycled with no hands when he rode 80.95 miles in a time of 5 hours and 37 minutes. Murray said he used his hands to massage his legs when they fell asleep during his record attempt. The cyclist said that he has had a lot of practice riding without using the handlebars. Welcome back.
I was gonna say, sorry, I was busy messaging my legs.
Oh.
Like Robert over here.
Yeah, I meant massage.
Sorry,
well, I don't know.
He
was hands-free. He could have been, messaging, text messaging or something. So, but no, he was messaging his legs. Like, hey, stop sleeping. Oh.
Yeah, stop falling asleep.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But can you imagine almost 81 miles hands-free on a bike? That is an incredible distance.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah. Let's see here. Overdue book returned to Pennsylvania Library after nearly 120 years. Okay. Pennsylvania Library.
That was the record that was returned recently. Somebody returned a vinyl record to a library recently.
Ah.
That hasn't been returned since 1976.
Well,
which pissed me off because it's not in my collection.
It says here, Pennsylvania Library said a book returned to the facility after being spotted at a book sale was nearly 120 years overdue. Oh, wow, they were trying to sell it? That's not cool. The Carbondale Public Library said in a Facebook post that the book, The Cruise of the Esmeralda by Harry Collingwood, was returned by personnel from the Holly Library who spotted the tome at a book sale. Oh, now they're calling it a tome. The book still bears a pocket inside the cover listing the library's rules and contains a library card issued to Horace Short in 1904. The library said the book was checked out for 43,641 days,
Jesus.
which would have accrued a fine of $872.82 at the 1904 rate of 2 cents per day, or as it would be today, $10,000. $10,910.25 at the current rate of 25 cents per day. Holy crap! That is. I was literally I literally covered in yesterday's history show an article about returning an overdue book, and I made a joke about, oh, at least you didn't have to pay the late fee. Good lord.
That's one hell of a late fee.
Yeah. Not Starbucks. Blockbuster. Eat your heart out. Starbucks. What the.
I was just about to say, I'm not going to bring back any of the Blockbuster labeled things I have for that fear alone.
Hold on a second. Dude, I have something special in my wallet. Where is it?
I got $2 in my account. I ain't about to pay 10 grand for a overdue fucking copy of Aladdin.
Yo, guess what I have in my wallet?
Not happening.
Where is it?
Oh, I have one in my wallet too with my name on it.
This one is actually my dad's because I never got a Blockbuster thing. Because by the time I got to that age, the internet was already becoming a thing, so I kind of stopped doing that. Anyway,
I remember not even getting my own Blockbuster card. I wasn't old enough to remember getting it. They just got it for me as a gag, you know. But
that's pretty cool, though.
To have a baby hold a Blockbuster card, it must have been real funny at the time, sure.
Well, dude, you have something from a bygone era that I don't, and I'm older than you. That's not fair.
Sometimes it falls out when I'm at the dispensary. Sometimes it falls out before my ID, and they go, "No, you're good. We don't need to see your ID. We saw your Blockbuster card."
Dude, could you imagine that now, well, even up to the year 2000, now if people get carded. You just see the 19, because we're already in 23.
Yeah.
You know?
That's wild to think about. I don't like to think about getting older and older. I know, I'm riding the escalator.
I'm a decade older than you. Stop crying, you fetus.
I know. You make me feel so young.
Oh, yeah, at least I'm not as old as Alice.
Even being 26, oh, yikes. You're going to get slapped with that one, but... even being 26, I do kind of feel it already where it's like... I've become that person I didn't like when I was younger, where I see the stuff that younger people do, and I go, ooh, I hate that. And then I catch myself, and I'm like,
son of a bitch, no. Now I'm the old guy.
I've become the boomer.
I have become boomer, destroyer of Zoomers. Destroyer of the economy.
Yeah. Destroyer of the economy.
My social security.
I'm gonna buy a house and start a family, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, evil laugh. Yeah. And I have a great record collection, and I only drink whiskey sours.
Anyway, let's get back in the news here. From UPI, massive inflatable Santa Claus presence in Texas neighborhood a mystery. Well, clearly nobody listened to the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's December 8th. He came to town early. Why is this a mystery?
Is it just me, or does this seem too early to do Christmas shit?
It's December.
Yes, but at least the 15th or the 16th.
No, dude. As soon as
nobody does any Halloween stuff.
As soon as Santa Claus's fat, jolly old ass rounds that corner in the Thanksgiving parade, it's Christmas time. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, I need to put on my Christmas hat. Well, there we go. Anyway, a gigantic inflatable Santa Claus is drawing visitors to a Texas neighborhood, but its origins are a mystery. Well, they came from the North Pole. Hello? Residents of the Holly Tree area in Tyler said the not-so-little St. Nick appeared on a vacant lot about a week ago, and it quickly became popular with the residents. Locals have been flocking to see the mysterious and massive Santa, with photos of the decoration dwarfing children and adults alike spreading on social media.
So let's
take a look at how big the Santa is. I mean, Santa is a big guy. Oh, that is a very big Santa. Anyway, what would you do if a mystery Santa just appeared in your neighborhood? Creek? Hello? Okay, I can't hear you, or I'm not sure if you're there. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move on. Man folds and throws a paper plane in 6.15 seconds to break a world record. Wow. Okay. Wait, was this David Rush? David Rush! Yes! You can't hush the rush! The Guinness World Record for the fastest time to fold and throw a paper plane was broken by an Idaho man who achieved the feat with a time of 6.15 seconds. The record-keeping organization issued a challenge to would-be title holders to attempt to beat the previous record of 7 seconds, and David Rush, who holds more than 250 Guinness World Records, took up the cause. Yeah, we talk about this guy a lot. Welcome, Alice. How you doing?
Crap, I forgot. I just joined the show and I called you Slutty McSlutty.
I didn't even hear what you said, but then you just repeated it. You know, but...
Oops. Dude, I thought you heard me and I felt bad. Now I double entendred it.
Yeah, good job. How you doing?
Yeah, I know, great. Yeah, well, you need to change that name. I don't like it.
I forgot what it was.
Go into the Peanut Rumble like after the show, and you'll see my plight. So let me hear what's going on here now.
Well, we're talking about David Rush. It says here, Rush said he practiced for 2 days before making an attempt on camera, but after uploading his video, he discovered another participant had beat his time. He returned to the challenge in the evening and was able to cut his time down to 6.15 seconds, enough to win the challenge and earn the Guinness World Record title. So he folds and throws a paper plane in 6.15 seconds. That is
Jeez.
Yeah. Why is this an 8-minute video?
Oh, I love the fact he has a green screen behind him.
Yeah, so there we go. Boom, boom, wadoom. Alright. Shoo! There you go. Alright.
Why does that feel like that took longer than 6 seconds?
I'm not sure. Maybe you're mesmerized. Oh, speaking of being mesmerized, did you finally see the glorious song that Creek sent me earlier? We'll watch it after the video.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, don't watch it yet. I want to get your live reaction after the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why I have not. I told you I have not watched it.
Oh my god, I was hoping you would have seen it with your new hire, but anyway, let's see here.
Yeah, no, she's at home already, so.
More from UPI. Australian men visit 99 pubs in 24 hours to break world record. That is remarkable.
What the fuck?
I know.
Of course it's Australian.
Of course, yeah. Harry Koros and Jake Loitarian, both at the age of 26, had drinks at 99 city bars over the course of the day to break the Guinness World Record for the most pubs visited in 24 hours. They took the title from South African man Heinrich D. Villers, who visited 78 pubs in 24 hours last year. I remember talking about this, actually. I covered this last year in a TOCNS, yeah. The duo said they faced numerous challenges over the course of their pub crawl, including being turned away from some establishments that did not want them recording video inside, and Corvos vomiting 2 hours into the attempt. They aimed for 100 but stopped at 99 due to a counting error. Oh, well, they still got it. So, you know, if anybody's seen the movie World's End, you know, that movie can eat its heart out in the face of this. Have you seen The World's End, Alice?
Yeah, yes, I have actually. I have seen the movie.
That's a good movie. And then let's see here.
I think we watched it like in the last year, actually.
We have from NPR, unique ways United States citizens celebrate the holidays, from skiing Santas to Festivus treats. I remember this. Yeah, is that a Grinch back there? It looks like a Grinch. Oh, we have. This holiday season, many, U.S. citizens, yada, 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 okay. Go away, pop-up. In Denver, people keep their Christmas lights on until a National Western Stock Show ends in the late January. In St. Louis, costume Santas perform flash mobs in busy streets and swim with aquarium sharks. Kansas City holds an annual mass trombone concert at its historical Union Station. So there's a lot of, we have a mountain climbing Santa. There's a lot of various ways people celebrate their holidays here. Oh, hey, I remember from the Rudolph stop motion show. The abominable snowman. There is a Grinch. There's multiple Grinches, actually. Then we got a Christmas tree. Oh. What's on your plans to celebrate Christmas this year, Alice? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Kind of depressing. I just started today thinking that, and I know I'm already spending it by myself. And so, but I've decided I'm just looking recipes.
You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Hang on. Give me one.
Well, while you're fixing that, anybody who's interested, once again, please go to the underbar in the description. This link is already down there as like holiday celebrations or something like that. But yeah, no, like give this a read. This is a long article. Like this is really interesting. Like it is not just Christmas. You know, you have Hanukkah here. I'm pretty sure there's some Kwanzaa stuff. They said Festivus earlier. So there's all sorts of things, you know, from coast to coast, all sorts of various ways people celebrate the holidays outside of the normal, you know, like contemporary ways, you know, traditional whatnot. Let's test out your audio, Alice. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me meow?
Yeah,
Can you hear me meow?
Yeah.
Check 1, check 2.
Yes.
Alright, so actually, it is a little depressing, but, I'll be spending Christmas by myself. Today I was actually looking up, I've been looking up recipes.
I'm gonna, you know what, let's have this conversation afterwards. I want to know what your boy toy is planning on doing, and why are you by yourself? But, it's kind of depressing.
He's going with his family, but I'm just not going because, like, I don't have the time to. Because he has to work that night, and then, like, it's a complicated situation.
Yeah, it usually is with you guys. Like that's really sad. Well, you know what?
This is not a negative. This is not a negative. Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, Alice, like let me try to like I'll invite you virtually, you know, into you know my family's Christmas, although it only consists of you know the Loon and I. But you know, you'll spend it with us. How about that?
Yeah, we'll hang out. Well, I figured that's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So. I'm gonna hang out with my unofficial brother.
Yeah.
From across the coast, East Coast and West Coast combined.
Now,
anyways, what's going on in the next article here, bud?
And last but not least, and kind of ending the show on a sour note, unfortunately, but you know this is kind of interesting. A rat plague hits an Australian coastal town, and thousands more wash up on shore. What is going on? A plague of rats is creating havoc in Karumba, a small coastal town in Queensland, Australia, where hordes of rodents are chewing on electrical wires and otherwise eating everything they can find and washing up dead in massive numbers, creating a literal stink in the community. That is awful. So it's just like a rat plague in this one small area.
That kind of reminds me of? Isn't that how, like, the plague started out in Europe?
You're kind of muffled.
No, I'm coughing on purpose. A certain thing happened where a third of the population was taken out because sick rats.
No, I said you were muffled. I couldn't really hear what you're saying. Sounded like you were talking like this.
I was trying to on purpose. No, I remember a certain thing happening that, like, you know, a certain black something starts with a P after the black part that wiped out certain amount of people.
Huh.
This be you know, this is something to go into either.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, you're talking about everyone was fighting.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
But that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links you may find interesting, and including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. We're not just on YouTube, we're not just on Rumble, we're also on BitChutes, and we are on Odyssey. And I think I'll upload this on Odyssey as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, for your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and when Eastern?
Oh, 6 p.m. I think, right?
What?
Eastern? 6 p.m.?
Yes. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I was like, what? And like, oh, 6 p.m.?
Yeah. For all of you who know of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am, I guess, the Who is Alice? Or whatever name is right there on the Discord right now.
And we also have Creek Alley. Is he still here? Creek, make some noise. Okay, he's not there. And of course, you here are you. Until you catch us next Friday, or if you're interested, we do other shows. We have a history show almost every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time. We have our ufology, paranormal, information and technology, and whatever, conspiracy show. The Edge of Disclosure tomorrow. What time we're doing it tomorrow? We're still doing it at 6?
6 your time? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think right now we're still stuck at that. Like, otherwise, like, I think we're doing a short one because we want to listen to What's His Nut.
No, we did that last time. Oh, wait, no, well, let's bump it up to 5 so that way we can watch Winning Reality.
Yeah, I'm here till 7 p.m. Eastern, but I'm pretty sure that I'll work it out.
Well, usually I'd like to host a show at 3, but anyway, so until you guys see us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget about Kicking the Peanut, too, and we have all that other stuff. But yeah, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!